Hello and welcome back to the FCS Football channel and today's match watch along for the AC Milan versus Manchester United Europa League tie. Of course, it is the second leg. Both teams come into this game, well, both with a goal. It's of course the first game did finish 1-0. Manchester United, however, they need to win today. Well, really, they need to score. Manchester United score, then the AC Milan away goal means nothing. But we need a goal today. Of course, this is today's starting lineup for Manchester United. So in goal, it's Dean Henderson. It's a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. It's then a midfield double pivot of Scott McTominay and Fred. We then go to a front four of Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Dan James and Mason Greenwood, aka the exact same team we saw last time out in the Premier League. That was against West Ham. On the bench, we see David De Gea, we see Lee Grant, we see Alex Telles, we see Nemanja Matic, we see Paul Pogba, and we see Amad Diallo. So it's going to be a tough game. It's not going to be easy at all. So I wouldn't get, well, I was going to say I wouldn't be confident, but I would be confident because I think we are a good side. And as we've seen, time after time, we are a good team and we can beat anyone on our day. It just, will today be our day? I think we see too many times that we don't have our day when we need it to be. And I think I stand by, I think in big moments, this team crumbles under pressure. Let's hope we don't do that today. If I load up the AC Milan side today, it's, well, you get a different camera for this one. So we've got Donnarumma in goal. Well, they've got Donnarumma in goal, I should say. It's then a back four of Tomori, Kajar, Theo Hernandez and Kalu. It's then a midfield two, well, double pivot of Frank Kessie and Miete. It's then a front four of Krunic, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, Samu Castillejo and Saelmakers up top. If I quickly... How are we, mate? How are we today? What are we thinking about the game, mate? How are we feeling about the game? Right. So we're trying out a new webcam today. I don't know how well it's going to actually work. I've tried it before and it's been really laggy, but we're trying it again today for this game. Hopefully it works because the quality of it is better. If it doesn't work, we've still got the old webcam. Here comes Arsenal against Olympiacos, and it's an awful chip. So what's your score prediction? I'm fairly confident. I think we can beat any team on our day. I've said that once. I'll say it again. I'll say it 100 times. We can beat anyone and everyone on our day. Will our day be today? Well, we'll have to wait and find out. But I'm quietly quite confident. If I load that up. I said in my preview, this is a very similar team to what I thought Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would play. I thought he would go. Talking about losing to Russian Farmers. I mean, Arsenal are losing to Olympiacos at the Emirates. I mean, they're through. That's the thing. They're going through. So I won't be too worried for Arsenal. Left for Tottenham. Oh, it's 2-0. I take that back. It's 2-0. What is going on in Zagreb? Bloody hell. We'll see the goal again. Well, we'll see the goal. Oh, it's so poor. Eric Dyer, what's he doing? Oh, fucking... Eric... This man is in the England squad. Eric Dyer is in the England squad. Awful defending. And they're back in it. Zagreb, could they shock Tottenham? It's 2-0. 2-0 in Zagreb. It looks like that game's going to go to extra time, which is crazy. You don't expect that from a Tottenham Hotspur, well, a Mourinho side. In knockout competitions, they're usually so good. Of course, we won so many with them with Mourinho. I mean, they've got a good side out as well, Tottenham. But look, what's everyone's prediction for the game? I was going for a 2-1. I think, look, Milan will come and play. Milan will play. Obviously, it's at their gaff. Oh, here comes Zagreb again, cleared. Yeah, it's at their gaff. They must think they're playing at Wembley. Yeah, well, so about actual today, I think Milan, they're going to try and play. They are going to try and play. Like I said, their home side. They dominated us at Old Trafford. There's no way Milan are going to come here and try and sit on that away goal like Manchester United do. And trying to rest on their morals or laurels, whatever it is. Bale puts a good cross in. Kane at that back post, saved. I mean, Dominic Livkovic, is he the goalkeeper? I think he does quite well there. But yeah, they're gonna come play AC Milan, and we have to be at our best. We do have to be at our best. If I reload the team news for them, it's a strong AC Milan side. There's Diallo as our hero. Well, I mean, Diallo's goal was huge, but I mean, I don't want to blame Dean Henderson because. I'm not in the industry. Well, I'm not in the industry. I'm not here to slag off our own players. But if David De Gea is in goal for the AC Milan game, which obviously I'm not saying, obviously he couldn't have been in goal, but we go into this game with a 1-0 lead. De Gea doesn't concede that Dean Henderson chance. And Dean Henderson will know that. And if we lose this game now on away goals, Dean Henderson has to take that and be like, I was not good enough. And that's what it's all about. Playing at this top level. And that's what I stand by. I don't think Dean Henderson should have been our first choice. Well, I don't think Dean Henderson should be our first choice goalkeeper, or should have been this season. I think there's a lot more than just being a good goalkeeper required when you play for a top team like Manchester United. I'm not saying Dean Henderson's a bad goalkeeper. Of course they make mistakes. But I think you have to save it. You have to save it. But if I go back to the full screen, this is a team that I kind of expected. I'm disappointed not to see Harry Kane. Not Harry Kane. Harry Kane's got the ball for Tottenham. Disappointed not to see Paul Pogba, and ball comes in. Well defended by Zagreb. I'm disappointed not to see Pogba. It wasn't Dean Henderson's fault. It was Lindelof. No, it's not. It's not. Lindelof probably should do better. But Dean Henderson is at fault. That is a textbook save. I'm sorry, but it's a textbook save. Your goalkeeper, whether you're playing League 2 or Champions League football, your goalkeeper has to make that save. Is it just Dean Henderson's fault? No, it's not. Of course. Players should do better. Lindelof should win the header, the first header, so it doesn't even reach Krajar. But Dean Henderson has to save it. Well, at least for me. Obviously, everyone is you're entitled to your opinion. But yeah, so about Pogba or Donny van de Beek, I would have started one of them. And I know they're not fully fit, But for me, in a game you have to win, play your best midfielders. And look, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I'm a big... I just come on here and say a lot. You have to have good players in your bench. You have to have players that you can bring off your bench that will come on and make a difference. And we have that. Donny van der Beek is that. Donny van der Beek is the player that you bring off the bench to change the game. Today, we have both Donny van der Beek and Pogba. Both can come on to change a game. Only one of them will actually come on. Realistically. I would have started Pogba over McTominay. And then if we're winning, if we go into the last 5-10 minutes and we're winning, maybe you bring McTominay on. And you take off a Pogba. Or you take off a Bruno maybe. And you just add a bit of height. And someone who will happily sit deep. But instead, if we're going to try and sit and hope that Pogba or Donny van der Beek will come on and change the game. Nico's going 2-1 United. Is Pogba back? If so, give me a high five. Give me a high. Do you mean 5 or high? Yeah. I don't know what you're actually trying to say there, United Live. And you're right, NG, how are we today? So, what we'll do... So, we'll do our play prediction. So, I'm going for 2-1. So is Nico. NG and United Live, what's your score predictions? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not. We respect women on this channel. We respect women. So what's your guys' score predictions? And I mean, what do you guys make of the team, of the lineup today? I want that one. Like I said earlier, some of you guys wouldn't have been in here. We are trying out a new webcam today. So, if it's... So we might be a bit bugged or whatever. Hopefully not. What's up? I'm going for a bold 2-all. A 2-all, NG. I mean, of course, that 2-all would see Manchester United through on away goals. Of course, all we need to do today, we score, and then we can draw or we can win. 2-1 United. So a lot of us going for 2-1 United. A lot of us going for 2-1. Of course, in the Zagreb versus Spurs game, it is 2-all and looks set to go into extra time. However, Gareth Bale is about to take a free kick for Tottenham. Can he pull something out the bag late in this game for Tottenham Hotspur? After this free kick, I will show you guys the starting lineup for AC Milan. Right, Bale takes a free kick. Not great, not great. So this is the free kick, not the free kick. This is the starting 11 for AC Milan today. So in goal it's Gianluigi Donnarumma. It's then a back four of Kalu, Kraja, Kajar? I don't know how to pronounce it. Fikayo Tomori and Theo Hernandez. Of course, that does mean Diego Dallo drops to the bench. Hey, champs, how are we today, Charlie? What's your score prediction, mate? I don't believe that's 3-0 United Live. So then it's a double pivot of Miete and Kessie. Of course, the same double pivot that we played in the first leg and was very, very good. Really dominated the game for AC Milan. It's in a front four of Krunic, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, Samu Castillejo, and Makers. No Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic is on the bench for AC Milan. These are the two benches. Of course, Manchester United is David De Gea, it's Williams, Tuanzebe, and Tellez. Then in midfield on the bench, we've got Pogba, Matic, and Donny van der Beek. Then up top, well, as a winger, we have got Amad Diallo. On it for AC Milan, it's the Romanian goalkeeper. I'm not going to try and say his name. I'm not going to get laughed at. Ismail Benacer, of course, a fantastic deep line playmaker. He could come on to great effect for AC Milan later on. Then Diego Dallo, obviously of Manchester United, he's on loan at AC Milan. You got Sandro Tonali, we've got Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Brahim Diaz, Tonin, Gabba, and the second Donnarumma. Give me a 2-1 Man United, 2-0 Rangers. Well, our bench is at least optimistic. Yeah, I agree. Interestingly enough, Charlie, everyone, we love a good 2-1 Man United. There we go. What I'll do, I will load up the other games. So in the other games of the competition, that's last leg. So we have Arsenal. They're beating Olympia. Well, they lost Olympiacos on the day. However, they go through on aggregate 3-2. The Tottenham Dynamo Zagreb game, Koku. Fair. I mean, I'm impressed you know that. Dynamo Zagreb has taken their game against Tottenham to extra time. Mulder just miss out thanks to a Robert Soldado goal in going through to the next round. Roma just further pushed their lead in the Shakhtar game, and they won 5-1 in aggregate, going to the next leg. And for the rest of the games of the round are Villarreal play Dynamo Kiev. You expect Villarreal to hold on to that. You got Rangers play Slavia Prague. That game could go either way. AC Milan versus Manchester United, of course, the one we are covering today. That could go either way. And Young Boys versus Ajax. Ajax should see that game through. 3-2 Man United. Of course, once again, that would see Manchester United go through. How I hope Spurs go out. I would love Spurs to go out. Not just because it's Mourinho and it's Spurs, but also Spurs are obviously going to be a big player in this year's competition. If they get through, which I imagine they probably will, unfortunately, they're going to be a big player. So these are the score predictions so far. So I've gone for a 2-1 Man United, as has Nico, as has United Live, and as has Charlie. NG's gone for 2-2, and David has gone for 3-2. You just said. You just said touched. Well, didn't, did I? Well, I mean, I probably pronounced it wrong. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Look at me. I don't care. I don't care. Sit on that and swivel on it. So, what do we all make of the starting lineup today then? What I'll do, I'll load up the lineup from last week. So, this is how we lined up last week. So, the changes from that lineup to this, the changes from last week's lineup to this week's lineup is Bailly is out for Lindelof. Of course, Bailly has picked up an injury, so he is out. Alex Telles has been dropped for Luke Shaw. Rightly so for me, I would say put our best team out. Matic is out and Fred starts alongside Scott McTominay. And then the front line was Anthony Martial, Dan James, Bruno Fernandes and Mason Greenwood. Of course, in that game, we did not have Marcus Rashford. He comes back in for today's game. Let's hope he is fully fit and let's hope he has a good game because Marcus Rashford is a match winner. We've lost a match winner for me in Martial, but we've got one back in Rashford, which is back. Great. Is De Gea back? Yes, De Gea is back. He's on the bench. There. De Gea is on the bench. So, there's been a lot of debate. Should David De Gea have started this game? I'll throw it out to you guys. Would you have started David De Gea in this game? For me, I wouldn't have. Because, for one, Dean Henderson has been a cup goalkeeper. I expect David De Gea to go back and goal for the league. Second of all, how long has David De Gea been back training? Because I assume, obviously I don't know for certain, I assume when he was out in Spain, he wasn't training. So, do you straight away throw David De Gea back in goal? In such a huge game, for one, and for second, in such an important position. Dean Henderson, despite the fact, I stand by the fact, he cost us the win. He should have saved their goal. Yeah, as you've just said there, Dean Henderson is playing well. So why would you drop Dean Henderson straight away for De Gea in a competition Dean Henderson has played in throughout this season? Especially when David De Gea may not have been training too long since coming back. Ollie will start De Gea against Leicester in the Cup for sure. You know what I love? Why are you deleting all your messages? But yeah, I mean, whether you start him against Leicester or not, again, is up for debate. I would argue you could. David De Gea could definitely start against Leicester and then play in the Premier League. Either way, the double is on. This double's not on. Europa League and FA Cup, I suppose. Either way, I would have not played David De Gea in this game. And either way, in the FA Cup game, I would not have cared. Well, I don't care who plays in goal. If it's Dean Henderson, if it's David De Gea, I don't care. As long as we win the game, really. As long as we win, I don't care. But, I mean, as you know, you mentioned the double is on. I think it's massively important we win the FA Cup. I think it's massively important we win the FA Cup. Because it doesn't look like Manchester City are going to lose many games. Looks like they might go on to win the Champions League. They're obviously going to win the Premier League at this point. We can't. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer cannot. Are we playing at Old Trafford? No. As this says here, AC Milan are at home. They're at the San Siro. They take a 1-goal lead. Well, an away goal to the San Siro. But as I was saying, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can't be the man in charge to let Manchester United's treble winning season be outdone. Someone winning the treble, the English treble, for one, would be massive and would somewhat discredit what Manchester United did in the 99 season. Especially considering it's this season where, for me, the league's at one of the easiest places it's ever been. Due to the lack of fans, teams like Sheffield United, they're not as good as they would be last season, as we've seen, because they don't have the fans. And Champions League's the same. It's easier this year. So, for someone to win a treble, it's not as good as what Manchester United went through in the 99 for me. But at the same time, if Man City doesn't just do the treble, but then does the quadruple, because they'll probably beat Chelsea Spurs in the League Cup, they've outdone it. They've outdone United's treble. And to be, for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be the man that completed that treble by winning the Champions League in the last minute, of course, Solskjaer has won at the end. So for that to be beaten, while he's the manager of their rivals, our biggest rivals in Man City, well, our second biggest, I would argue, behind Liverpool, to break his biggest achievement in football, while he's the manager of Manchester United, it just can't happen. It can't happen. Man City need 14 points to win the league with 8 games left. We have a game in hand. Yeah. Apparently Zagreb just missed a sitter. If I load up the Premier League table, look, the table speaks louder than words. We can go 11 points behind them. That's not enough. Title is gone. Title is done. Right, so we've got about 5 minutes till kickoff. I hope you guys are all enjoying the stream today. If you are, please do hit the like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. Big game for this for Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood, of course, the lone striker today. Again, what is historically and traditionally one of the biggest and best clubs in the world in AC Milan. They're no slouch AC Milan. They're a good side. It's going to be hard for Mason Greenwood to really get involved in the game. But he has to. He has to play well. Like he did against West Ham if we're going to win this game. What I want to see, I hope we see. I have my doubts, but I hope we see this. Obviously, you drop them a little bit deeper. We see that. I want to see him high. I want to see Luke Shaw getting high, getting forward. Obviously, McTominay can join. Well, most likely it's going to be that, in it. I want to see McTominay getting forward with Bruno. Wan-Bissaka getting forward. Obviously, he'll be more supportive player as we normally see. And then we have that diagonal I speak about a lot. This diagonal with Rashford, Bruno, McTominay, and Wan-Bissaka. You have Shaw and Dan James as the other two. Them two kind of being, well, obviously Luke Shaw will get forward, overlap, but Wan-Bissaka and Wan-Bissaka and Shaw will be there for support. Dan James will kind of do the duty of what Shaw does with overlapping, but he will just be a traditional winger. But I do fear that we might see, especially for the first half, classic McFred. And kind of that sort of thing. Dan James will drop. We might even see something like that, where Rashford kind of just stays forward. What if City don't get 14 points from 8 games? We could win the league and sit there still. Yeah. But, well, let's be realistic. Is that going to happen? No, probably not. And this is what I mean. I would love to have all the optimism in the world that we are capable of going on to win the league. I would love to say we could do that. I just don't think we can. And trust me, if there was a possibility, I would be on it. I'd be on the hype train. But I don't want you guys to get your hopes up and really feel like we're going to go win the league, or when we're not. Man City aren't dropping 11 points. They're not dropping 11 points. And even if they were to drop 11 points, where are we? Are we going to win all our games? Well, actually, they'd have to drop 12, wouldn't they? Or they'd stay above us on goal difference. Are they going to drop 12 points? Well, 12 points more than us. It's not going to happen, unfortunately, guys. Alright, so the players are out. They're just doing the coin toss and handshakes. Of course, Lindelof, Maguire and McTominay are all on bookings today. So, if any of them get booked today, they will miss the next game. Of course, if we do qualify for the next round, that is. Come on, United! Shot today. I still need, like I said here for United, quickly, what's your score prediction? I'll get that written down. Mate, like I said, I've said this, I don't know if he was here. I'm doing a video with it, and I'll do it on there. I just haven't got a shot yet. Got the shot sorted. But I promise it will come. So they take the knee. You think 2-1 to Milan? I don't know how I feel about that, mate. Right. So. Come on, United. Come on! Right, here. So away we go here at the San Siro. So here are the score predictions for today. Oh. Oh. I've just missed a good chance. That's the wrong way. There we go. So these are the predictions for today. So I went me, Nico. Will's gone for 2-1. McTominay tackled. Rashford will be at striker. No, it's Greenwood's at striker. Greenwood's definitely at striker. So these are the predictions. So me, Nico, United Live, and here for and Charlie have all gone for 2-1. Here for United has gone for a 2-1 Milan win. And then obviously Will and NG have both gone for 2-2, and David went for 3-2 United. Nay, what's your score prediction? What's your score prediction? 2-0 United. Oh, let me get that in. Boys, we're going mad with the predictions today. We're getting them all in. There we go. Here comes Greenwood. Right, let me actually sort this out. Check if Rashford's, look, you can see it. Rashford's out on the left. Here comes Greenwood. Greenwood puts a cross in. Oh, really good chance for Manchester United. We're started on the front foot. We've started really, really well. Honestly, mate, apps like Google, the United app, they're always wrong. It's all Greenwood is a striker. If you look at the game, Greenwood's in the centre. Stopwatch is slightly out. Right. So I've just paused the timer so I can sync it up properly. There we go. Yeah, timer's pretty much bang on now. Right, long ball. Lindelof does enough. Like I said, Google's wrong. Google is wrong. Trust me. You can see it on the game. You can see it. Finn, I'm turning on my shitty laptop to watch along with you. through my mum's Sky account. My hero. Like I always say, the best way to watch these streams is by you syncing up your game with my timer, which is there. If you guys are ahead, please don't reveal the score. And obviously just wait for one of us to react. Alright, so nice passing in from AC Milan. I mean, how's the new webcam? Is it like lagging at all or whatever? Because like I said, I've used it before and it was really like really buggy or delayed. So is it alright? Hopefully it is. Of course, we are wearing like was it NG? Yeah, like NG said, we are wearing the zebra kit. So I thought I've had to put on the zebra kit. Rashford, the Fred, out to Wan-Bissaka. Cheers, Charlie, my guy. McTominay, nice switch to Luke Shaw. We're playing on the front foot at the moment, which is good. Alright. Thanks, David. Thanks, Charlie. I mean, if it starts to go dodgy, just let me know, and I'll have to switch back to the other camera because this one's a bit better quality. So I prefer to be able to use this one if possible, but I'll just have to keep an eye on it. Right. Sure. Are you lagging here for United? Come on. Come on, United. We're playing alright at the moment. It's just the same old. We're not quick enough with the ball. McTominay, what the fuck is that? On Twitter today, I was actually... Oh, Dan James! Oh, unlucky. Dan James nearly nicking the ball off Donnarumma. On Twitter like today and yesterday, I was really having a debate with someone trying to say Donny van der Beek isn't better than Scott McTominay. People were really trying to tell me McTominay's a better footballer than Donny van der Beek. Like, are they mental? Dan James wins the ball well. Bruno. Goes out for a throw, which is United's. Maguire goes up to Luke Shaw. Of course, like I said earlier, who's better for you, Donny McSauce? Donny van der Beek is miles better than Scott McTominay. What Donny van der Beek, what McTominay can do with a football, Donny van der Beek can do with an orange. But McTominay does pick the ball up here. I mean, saying that, Donny van der Beek proved me not Donny van der Beek. McTominay proved me wrong. And look, I don't care about being wrong. If McTominay has a worldie today, I will hold my hands up and say, look, McTominay had a fantastic game. He was right to start. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But I want to be proven wrong. When I say a player is bad, I want them to prove me wrong. If they play for Manchester United, because that means we have a player playing well, and I will never say no to that. Yeah, I agree. But Ollie has his favourite. Yeah, and of course some managers will have favourites. The only thing I would say, I think it can't be as clear as it is for United. You look at McTominay and Rashford compared to Donny van der Beek, for example. People's reasoning for Paul Pogba and Van der Beek to be on the bench today is they've only just come back from injury, which, granted, is a reasonable excuse. But Rashford noticeably was not fully fit against West Ham. Played. McTominay has come back from injuries and played straight away. I'm almost certain of it. So why is it different? No, it's not. It's 3-0 Zagreb! Tottenham are going out! Spurs are headed out of the Europa League. When is Pogba back? He's on the bench today. Bruno does well. Poor pass, looking to play the ball free. Rashford. Fred. Bruno. Dan James. As well, Dan James. Into Maguire. Come on. Maguire. To Fred. To Bruno. Nice run from Greenwood. Oh, that's an awful cross from Bruno Fernandes. Dan James has a shit first touch as Lukaku. I mean, I've said this for a while. I think Lukaku's first touch was massively overplayed. I don't think it was nearly as bad as a lot of people made out. Of course, it wasn't amazing for sure, but I don't think it was as bad as people made out. Um, 10 minutes into this game, I would say we're playing better than we did in the last game. I think that's pretty clear. The ball goes long to Lindelof. He just knocks it back to Henderson. Just get it clear, Hendo. Oh, he plays out of the back from quite well, actually. Fair play, Dean Henderson. Let's just hope he's got that mistake again in the last leg out of his mind. What's your favourite player? My favourite Man United player, Martial. I really like Martial. I think he's a class player. I like Bruno. I like a lot of Manchester United players. I like Rashford, but that doesn't. I'm 5 seconds ahead of your timer. My timer is bang on from what my game's on. Here's Dan James, puts the ball in, poor cross. Of course, there's a slight delay on my stream that puts you about a few seconds behind. But I mean, I assume you can on Sky Go. If you want to just sync your game up, that's just pause yours and wait for my timer to catch up to yours and just resume. Tottenham are also almost out. They are almost out. If they go out, I think Man United should win it. Bruno, first touch over the top, looking for Dan James. Greenwood picks it up. But what I was saying about my favourite players, just because they're my favourite players, doesn't mean they are void from criticism. I like Rashford, but I think he has a lot to do to become the player that a lot of our fan base thinks he is. I like Luke Shaw. I mean, at the moment, I don't think you can have too many complaints about Luke Shaw. Here is Shaw. Bruno! Poor shot. First to North London, now they're almost at the Europa. Exactly. But remember, if Spurs score, Zagreb have to score 2. And same with Bruno. Bruno has arguably been our most important signing since not just Ole Gunnar Solskjaer signed, since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement, really. But he's not void from criticism. Like that, I said, that was a crap shot from Bruno. Or what else? Or sometimes I think he tries to do too much. And when he does that, I will say, I think that's poor. I think he should try and simplify his game at points. Sometimes, of course, you have to try the extreme ball, but sometimes I think you have to play it simple. I think sometimes Bruno Fernandes gets that wrong. He tries it too often, or sometimes doesn't try it often enough. I think he's finding that midpoint. I think that's what separates players like Bruno Fernandes to the Kevin De Bruyne's. De Bruyne gets it right 99 times out of 100. I think Bruno is maybe 90 times out of 100 sort of range. So it's not far. And I would say Bruno's having a better season because of everything he's achieved, like the goals, the assists, the amount of chances he's created. But to hit the very top height, I think you gotta take that 90 to 99. Or obviously, if you want to hit the Messi, Ronaldo heights, the hundreds out of the hundreds. Here comes AC Milan though. Nice overlapping run. Crap ball. And Fred clears. Orsic's hat-trick. Mourinho, what's he done? I think Tottenham will still make it through. I don't know how. There's no reason for me to think that, but they're the better team, surely. If I go... 6 minutes left in that game. If I load up 6 minutes left in this game. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. They're actually going out. And look, if I load up the Tottenham team, it's a strong Tottenham team. It's not a bad Spurs side, is it really? Slavia Prague is now taking the lead against Rangers, so they are now winning. And they look now like they're going to go through. Here comes Wan-Bissaka getting forward. Theo Hernandez does really well. Come on, Dan. Here is Kessie. Kalu. Kessie. 3-2 on aggregate. It is, yeah. But like I say, just one goal for Spurs and they go through it on away goals. As they said, let's go United. Come on. Looks as if Tottenham have a chance. 3-2. It's yeah, no, that's what I mean. One goal for one Spurs goal, and they'll go through. McTominay, fucking look at the state of Scott McTominay. Wan-Bissaka does well there. Nice ball into Lindelof. McTominay. Who's your least favourite player at Manchester United? Phil Jones. He's just not very good. He's not a very good footballer. And but look, by least favourite. Look, if I met him, I'm sure he's a very, very nice guy, Phil Jones. But I don't rate him. Who's your least favourite in the starting lineup? I don't dislike any of them, really. Carlos Tevez. He's a dickhead, isn't he? I mean, for me, like I don't really dislike any of it. If I had to say one player is my least favourite in that starting lineup, it would be either McTominay or Maguire. And Maguire, simply because of just what he is. Like, he's a good centre-back, for sure. But, I think he also causes a lot of problems. I think the whole fact we spent £80 million on a centre-back and we then need to buy another one because he can't play with what we've already got. That's an issue. What a ball from Harry Maguire, though. Shaw's in. Good defending. And look, that's overpassed. Fantastic from Maguire. As a player, I have no issues with Harry Maguire. Really, it's just what he is. I think he's a captain. I don't think he's an amazing captain. Defender. I don't think he's an £80 million defender, and I think he has answered some questions. He has answered some questions, but I think he's asked more as well. And then McTominay, I like McTominay. I don't think he's as good as people make out him to be. And I think I'm not a fan of the favouritism around him. I think there's better players in this Manchester United team than Stuart McTominay, like Donny van de Beek, that don't play because of him, because he came from the academy. But again, if McTominay plays well, I'm fucking loving it. I want McTominay to be as good as a Paul Pogba, as good as a Van der Beek. I don't think he's at that at the moment, but I want him to be at that level, because there's nothing I would love more than an academy player coming through and being one of the best there is. I love Mason Greenwood. I love Rashford when he's playing at his best and he's doing the right thing. Like here, Rashford does well. Maybe he should have laid it off, but I don't know. Here comes AC Milan. Get Dan James and Fred off. I don't know. I think if you bring Fred off, you have to bring Matic on. McTominay can't play defensive midfielder. By the looks of it, Rashford and Greenwood has swapped momentarily. They're swapping back now. Rashford just feeling his back a bit there. One time, us United and City fans who liked each other was when we thought it's the wrong through there, but yeah. Dan James, go on, Dan! Ref! Why is he not playing? Dan James running there. Dan Greenwood wanted the ball. He has to play him in there. Looks like Spurs are going out. 120th minute in their game in Zagreb, and it's still 3-0 to Zagreb. Spurs are looking like they're going to be out of the Europa League. That is big. One of the favourites, no doubt, in Spurs are heading out. Right, falls back to Dean Henderson. Dan James wanted a penalty, so we'll see it again. Nice, good time. Good challenge. Should do better there, Dan James. Should do better. Good recovery tackle by Tomori, no doubt, but he should do better. Maguire, good defending against Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Gives it back to Henderson. I think Maguire's had a good start. Well, I just think we have to be quicker on the ball. That's all I would say. Just quicker on the ball. Read my last comment. Yeah, I read it, mate. We certainly did hate Carlos Tevez is a player that only ever cared about himself. He was a fantastic striker, but he only cared about himself. Right, Tomori. Simon Kjaer. Tomori. No, not Tomori. Why did I say it's Donnarumma, not Tomori? Theo Hernandez as well. Poor from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Here comes Theo Hernandez. Great running from Theo Hernandez. Maguire, good tackle. And it's out for a corner. Really good defending there from Harry Maguire. Really, really good run from Theo Hernandez though. Wan-Bissaka not good enough. Oh, they're taking it short. Ball comes in. Maguire heads it back where it came and out for a throw. Good defending once again from Harry Maguire. Spurs, 123 minutes into their game. They're heading out. They are heading out. Heading out. They are heading out. Nah, 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 nah. Throw in. Sure. Not the greatest header away. Hakan Çalhanoğlu can't get a good enough contact. And Zagreb have beaten Tottenham 3-0 and are through in the Europa League. Spurs crash out. How is Twitter reacting to that? Uh, Twitter's riot. Twitter's in riot mode. Spurs fans are not happy. Like I say, Spurs are out of the Europa League. Now, what do we make of that? Would you take Zagreb in the next round if we, of course, get through? Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Bruno. See, that's a real. Look, it's that type of thing I mean about Bruno. Where is that ball meant to go? Unless it's just a clearance. What do we think of Spurs? What do we think of Tottenham? Shit. What do we think of shit, Tottenham? Oh, are Zagreb that good of a side? Really? I wouldn't imagine they are. Because they have just done Tottenham in, so they can't be terrible. McTominay. That's alright. Dan James puts the ball in. Donnarumma easy catches. Mori. Donnarumma. Çalhanoğlu. Lovely ball. Lovely reverse ball to Samuel Castillejo. Ref, that is offside. No, that's offside. It's offside. The ball, they've gone to Castillejo. Castillejo's offside. Castillejo has then stepped in front of Wan-Bissaka on purpose, getting his way, meaning he's interfered with play, ref. Right. Kalu. Miete. Poor pass. Maguire. He's having a really good game, Harry Maguire. We know we're sad when we celebrate Spurs being... No. Well, yes, and... I wouldn't say we're celebrating. I would say... It's not we're celebrating. They're one of the better teams in the competition we're in. I would say it's more sad us celebrating Liverpool getting knocked out the Europa... Not getting knocked out the Champions League, or Man City getting knocked out the Champions League than us... Well, look, we're happy that one of the best teams in the competition we're playing are out. I said the final will be between Man United and Spurs. It can't be now. Wan-Bissaka. I'm celebrating fuck Spurs, up the Gunners. Wan-Bissaka looks to cross, blocked, corner. The Champions League is a B-Tech Europa League. That's the type of energy I like to hear. But good play from Wan-Bissaka there. Not getting forward really well today. I'm happy to see Wan-Bissaka. He's getting forward, which is great to see. I think we are playing much better than we did in the first leg. If I load up the stats for today's game. Sure, with the corner. Unlike what last week, I would say we've probably been the better of the two sides, despite the fact the position says otherwise. Harry Maguire heads over the bar. Dan James with no chemistry with Wan-Bissaka at all. Well, I mean, oh yeah, that's a corner. No, yeah, it did come off Maguire's head. What I would say, I would say, at least we're using the right hand side a little bit more today. I've said so many times on this channel, I strongly believe we tactically ignore the right hand side. I don't know why, but we ignore it so much. I believe it has to be some sort of tactics. Here comes, I don't know who, and it's out for an AC Milan throw. What do we make of the game so far? What do we make of the game so far? Awful pass from Miete. Bruno. Fucking hell, Bruno. Awful from Bruno Fernandes. And here comes AC Milan. And Wan-Bissaka does really well. Wan-Bissaka's having a very good game. He clears it out. Proving again why he should be in the England squad. I cannot believe Wan-Bissaka again hasn't been selected for England. Oh, from Fred. The Champions League was originally the only winners of every European. Yeah, it was the Cup Winners' Cup, wasn't it? Actually, that might have been Europa League Cup Winners' Cup, and then it was something like that. But yeah, it was. But I mean, that's kind of what we need. What it was always going to become. It wasn't always going to be able to be the champions of each nation. Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Fred into Bruno. Look, I would say what we've seen from Fred is what we kind of expect from Fred. Because my camera's just not it's just not focusing on me anymore. Are we going to focus camera, or am I just not going to be in focus then? Well, yeah, but what I was going to say is what we've seen from Fred is kind of what I expect to see from Fred. Yeah, alright. Hopefully. That should sort out the focus issue. I've just turned off autofocus. Hopefully that doesn't fuck anything up. Right, Dean Henderson does well. Claims the corner. Or the ball into the box. Right. See, this is what I mean. For a counter-attacking side, we cannot counter-attack to save our lives. You guys let me know if me changing the autofocus fucked up the webcam. If it has, I'll have to change it. Derry on tour. Derry City beat Arsenal in a challenge match 1-0 a while back. Derry FC, not Derry FC, Derry City on tour, coming here with the Derry City trivia. Milan starting to grab hold of this game a little bit here. Which ain't great. It's not great, is it? Tamori. Miete. Kalu, is it? I don't know how to say a lot of these players' names. Maguire, Harry Maguire today so far has been magnificent. Harry Maguire, what a game he's having so far. Fantastic. Lovely ball that from McTominay into Shaw. To Rashford. Fucking hell, Marcus. Lindelof. It was like 253 years ago, I think Robbie... Fucking hell. When you say a while back, you do mean a while back. 253 years ago? Wan-Bissaka. Dan James. McTominay. McTominay does well there. Gives it to Bruno. Back to McTominay. Fuck! What? Fuck. Awful pass from Bruno Fernandes. Here comes AC Milan. Kessie. Lindelof. Fantastic challenge. Bruno Fernandes. What are you doing? He's not playing well, Bruno Fernandes. I don't think. What a piece of defending that from Victor Lindelof. I mean, don't forget, no matter what, Manchester United have to score today. So a Milan goal wouldn't change much. If we have to score, we're out. So if we win, if we score 2, brilliant. But we have to score 1. So if they score, it will only take 2 extra time. It won't see us out. Tommy, good headed away. Header away, not header away. Bruno picks it up, gives it to Mason Greenwood. Finally cleared. We still beat Arsenal though. That's what it's all about, to be fair. Beating Arsenal. I think second up, if we don't bring on Van der Beek or Pogba in the second half, we are going to lose. Interestingly, NG, I was just about to say something about that. We need to change. We need a Pogba or a Van der Beek at half time. Change this game. We started off well, but then we've lost complete control of it. We'll be having none of that. Well, yeah, we've lost complete control of this game. Complete control of this game. We need to step it back up in the second half. We have to hold on until the second half, and hope we go into half time 0-0. That's South London. We need to change it up. Possession wise, 55-45 to AC Milan. Long ball from Tomori. Lindelof wins the header. Wan-Bissaka can't get the flick on. Here comes Theo Hernandez. Miete. Awful ball. I don't think either team has passed particularly well today. I think I just on the ball, AC Milan are better than us. Especially with this double pivot of Fred and McTominay. None of them can pass. Look, people like to throw the stick at Fred that he can't pass. McTominay's just as bad. Oh, poor from Wan-Bissaka. I did not wake up at 4 AM to see this shit performance. It's kind of what I expected, really. I expected us to sit deep, try and really just hang on for a little bit. And then second half, we'll bring on the players. Like, similarly to what we did against PSG in the first game we played it against them. Sit back a little bit. Of course, we played far at the back in that game. And then change it in the second half. Greenwood, lovely play. Looking for Shaw. Will Shaw just keep it in? He does. Good play from Shaw. Just drop it in. Fred, quickly, get out of your feet. Move it. At half time, I think AC Milan will bring on Zlatan. I mean, look, that's not a bad sub to make for AC Milan, is it? It's not a bad sub. Fred. Into Lindelof. Lindelof. I mean, would Zlatan make much of a difference to this Milan side? Obviously, I don't watch Milan. I know Zlatan's a big player for him, but I don't imagine he'll make much of a difference really in this game. From what I've seen so far, poor pass from Dan James. Just not at Thingy's feet at all. Speaking of Zlatan, he's about to go warm up. Luke Shaw Jr., what a goat. What a guy Luke Shaw is. We need the changes. The subs need to come. The subs need to come. Theo Hernandez goes down the line. Wan-Bissaka wins the first header. Theo Hernandez foul on Bruno Fernandes. Surely not given. Bruno clearly needs help in the midfield. I completely agree. He's getting absolutely overrun in the midfield, Bruno Fernandes. Because he has no one there to support him. And unfortunately, I don't see us changing the game at half time. I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the type of manager to change the game at half time. Here comes Saelmakers! Henderson should do better for me. Should hold that for me, Dean Henderson, but sees it away from the corner. He saves it well, and that's all that really matters. I'll see that again. Does it take deflection? Takes a little bit of deflection, but for me, I don't know, should he hold it? Bruno and my nan would be a beautiful, would be a brilliant. That would be beautiful to see Bruno and your nan in a midfield. Rashford's turning his back. Ball's coming from a corner. And Rashford's turned his back. Well, so, goal kick, anyway. We play it out from the back. Fred. Maguire. Go on, quicker! Look, I said this so many times. For a counter-attacking side, we are so fucking slow. What the fuck is that from McTominay? He's fucking rubbish, McTominay. When Nana has arthritis and he's still more energetic than Fred. No, Fred's energetic. That's one thing you cannot say about Fred. He fucking gets around Fred. If Pogba or Van der Beek come on, it's for McTominay. No doubt in my mind. Fred stays on. Fred's more important to this team than McTominay. He just doesn't help. None of them are very good. Both of them aren't good enough. Look, Fred is the defensive midfielder. He's the one that's meant to just pick the ball up from the defence. He's meant to be better on the ball, for absolute certainty. And he's meant to set the tempo. But all Fred wants to do, he wants to win tackles and give it to someone next to him who's got absolute loads of quality. McTominay hasn't got that. McTominay is a weird player because he's not good. The thing, what he's a box-to-box midfielder, but he's not good enough as a box-to-box midfielder. Yeah, like a lost child with a vegan teacher. What? McTominay, he's not a good defensive midfielder. He's not a good box-to-box midfielder. Well, he's not a great by box-to-box. I mean, look, he'll run forwards and backwards. I don't think he's a good tackler, so he's not a good defensive midfielder. Don't think his reading of the game is amazing, or his position is brilliant. I think he's pretty press resistant. I think he gets beaten very easily. And then going forward, I think he's good at shooting. I think he's got a good shot on him. I think he's a strong dribbler, but he can't pass. He's not a player that will play an eye of the needle pass or a split defence like we saw. Look, against Chelsea, if he could, we would have won that game. I think it was Chelsea right at the end. McTominay's and look, it's not all his fault for sure, because we've tried to mould him into a defensive midfielder, which he was never going to be. He's in between a defensive midfielder and a box to box, so he's not amazing at either of them. And 4 games against the Big Six when we go defensive, he's fantastic at that, because that's what we want him to be. We want him to be a mould of a box to box and defensive midfielder. AC Milan should score there. Good counter attack from AC Milan down their right hand side and our left. Ball came in. It's not great defending, but we just do enough. But he's just not good enough, McTominay. He's not good enough. And at least with Fred, he'll get around and make tackles. That's the end of the first half. He'll get around and make tackles. With McTominay, he doesn't even do that very well. Pogba has to come on at for the second half. And look, come on, Ollie. By the looks and sounds of it, that challenge on Dan James from Tomori, which I said I don't think was a penalty. Apparently, people think it should have been a penalty. If that is the case, that will be Ollie's out card. That will be what Ollie will say as an excuse if we don't qualify. It will be like, should have had a penalty. Should have had a penalty. Even my grandma can go through this first half 0-0. We will get the second half. We have to bring on Pogba. If we go to the full screen, this is kind of what happened. So we've got McTominay slightly forward, but again, I've said this how many times, and you guys must be sick of me saying this. It's Maguire, it's Lindelof, it's then Fred, it's McTominay, Wan-Bissaka. It's around this constantly. And then by the time it gets to Bruno, who will actually try and do something because he's come so deep, AC Milan have 2 banks of 4 and they have all their players back, and then it's like, come on then, break us down. Break us down. We're not good enough to break them down. Diallo and Pogba must come on. I wouldn't say Diallo. Oh, it's weird. It's weird. Because Diallo, can you trust him in this game? Can you expect him to do any more than Dan James has? For me, you probably can't. But, I don't know. The only things I would say is we've had a fair few decent chances. We think back to the one where Dan James could have got a penalty. James should play Greenwood in as was it NG? I think NG said, "What the fuck is he doing? Play the ball." He should play the ball. I think I think Fred had one which I missed, but apparently Fred had one where he should have done the same thing. These are chances we should have taken, and top teams should take, and that's why we might lose this game. But look, it is half time. It's 0-0. We've got subs on the bench that can come and change the game. We go to this game. You take McTominay off. You bring Pogba on. This game all of a sudden changes because he will get the ball. He will be quick on the ball. He will get forward. He will take a man on. He will be quicker with it and will support Bruno Fernandes. Might as well just put Dan James in striker position. He's almost useless. I think I don't think Dan James has been amazing. I don't think he's been awful. I think Rashford. I would say Rashford's had a worse game than Dan James. What has Rashford done today? He's not fit, Marcus Rashford. And this is, look, I go back to what I said at the start of the show. When I said, I'm fine with Paul Pogba not playing if he's not fully fit, but let's be consistent. Rashford wasn't fully fit in the West Ham game, played. McTominay, we've seen the same. Again, I think it's very, very clear Marcus Rashford is not fit. But again, he is playing. He starts again today. It's this favouritism. McTominay, why is he starting if Pogba's fit enough to play on the bench when Marcus Rashford is clearly not fit but is starting the last 2 games? It's not good enough. Where's the consistency? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not consistent with how he sets up his team. If Rashford can play, clearly not fully fit, in 2 back-to-back games, and not just play 90 minutes, Paul Pogba can play 90 minutes today. He could have. But what do I know? Anyway, like I said, it is half time. Greenwood's attack from the right is more dangerous. I don't know. I'm going to quickly go refill my drink. I'll be back in 5. You guys let me know in the comments below, well, in the live chat I should say, what you guys make of the chat so far. What do you make of the game so far, and what changes you'd make at half time. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. So, right. So kick off. So second half is going to be fairly soon. What changes do we all want to see? So obviously, I think it's a no-brainer. Paul Pogba has to come on for McTominay. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be McTominay. I would say McTominay, but it doesn't have to be McTominay. Yes, but Pogba has to come on, or Donny van der Beek. One of them two have to come on. Just whichever one you want to bring off. Sorry. I don't think Bruno Fernandes has played well at all. I think some of his passes have been poor. So could you bring on Donny van der Beek for him? Or can you risk taking off Bruno? But I don't think you can take Bruno off. Can you take Bruno Fernandes off? It's like, obviously sometimes you have to take your players off, no matter how good they are. But Bruno's a match winner, and is he the worst of the problems? I would say no. Like I said, Pogba has to come on in the midfield. Dan James, maybe. Maybe you bring Dan James off and put Donny van der Beek out to the right. Maybe you do that. Second half, what we need to get hold of the ball more and just be better on it. We've seen, I think, with Bruno sometimes as well, particularly, he gets the ball, takes it on his chest and just volleys it somewhere. Get the ball down and play. Looks like Pogba is coming on, and he has to come on. I'm currently seeing a Barclays advert, so let's go. But not immediate. Oh, fuck. This is the issue. When will we see Pogba? Because it's something we've criticised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for time after time after time. When do the subs come? Would he bring Pogba on in the 50th minute, or would it be the 70th minute? Would it be in the 80th minute? Because Pogba needs to be on this pitch. And if we don't, we're going to leave ourselves with less and less and less time. He must come on. No, he will come on straight away. He's got his cut off. Right, Pogba's coming on. He's got his kit on. Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul! Look, I'm not a fan of his haircut, Paul. But He's playing well with that Barnett of his. So hopefully he plays well today. Pogba is warming up with Dean Henderson. So Dean Henderson should hopefully be alright. Hopefully, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's giving his team a bollocking. Because we need a goal. We need a goal. At what point do you just go, fuck it, let's go for it? Because we need a goal. It's as simple as it is. We need a goal. McTominay and Fred. No, Pogba's not coming on. What the fuck? So Pogba's not coming on. He's warming up, but he's not coming on. Fantastic. Oh, hold on. Fred's off. No, he's coming on. Dan James is coming off. Dan James is coming off from Pogba. I didn't think I saw Pogba come on. Well, no, Dan James warming up. Pogba is going onto the right wing. It's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Unless we go to a diamond for Rashford, it can't be for Rashford. It must be for James. I mean, he hasn't. I can't remember seeing Dan James come out. I can't remember seeing Pogba come out. Rashford come out at the same time. To be fair. As for Rashford, you're right. It's for fucking Rashford. It's for Rashford. Marcus Rashford's off. Alright, away we go here. Brilliant. Fuck the timer up. That's fine. Right. So Marcus Rashford is off. What the fuck? This may be... What? I assume Rashford is injured. I said Rashford is injured. So that's why Rashford is off. But... What the point is, more... It's fucking ridiculous that for us to bring on Paul Pogba, we're having to hope. We've had to wait for Rashford to get injured. It's fucking ridiculous. So we weren't going to bring Pogba on. We brought Pogba on because we've had to. It's ridiculous. And it once again shows, like I said at the start of this game, and we said for the West Ham game, Rashford clearly wasn't fit to play either of them games, and we've played him anyway. Fucking piss poor. Piss poor from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's awful. That's poor management. Unless it's a tactical decision, which... Fucking hell, Dan James! Get him off! Get Donny on the right. Fuck it, I don't care. Get Donny on the right. Lindelof has made a fantastic run. Gives it to Dan James. Wants the 1-2. Doesn't get it. Come on. Pogba. Not Pogba. Fred. Looks for Pogba. Pogba. Sure. Throw him. I think One thing we look like we're trying to play the ball a little bit quicker. So let me change this. So it's not that side. It's Pogba. So Pogba's on there. Ball across to Wan-Bissaka. Pulls it across. Dan James shoots. Pogba pulls it back. Fred. Bruno. Pogba. Pogba. Yes. Paul Pogba scores. Come on. Come on. Pogba. Come on. It's the masterclass from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's the masterclass from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Bruno with a lovely ball to Wan-Bissaka, who found Dan James, who shoots. It fell to Pogba, gave it back to Fred. Miete just couldn't clear it. He gave it to Pogba, who just places it into the top corner. Brilliant from Paul Pogba. It's 1-0 Manchester United, and that is huge. There's the one goal. There's the goal we needed. That's the away goal. Now Milan have to win it. Milan have to win this game if they want to go through now. Technically we can now draw this game and it's fine. But look, again, like NG just said, instant impact from Pogba. Pogba comes on. I said, we're playing a bit quicker now. We're playing a bit better now. As soon as Pogba came on, brilliant. Also, big up Wan-Bissaka. Got forward, found himself in a fantastic position to collect the ball from Bruno Fernandes. Here comes Dan James. And he made a nice ball to James, who did well. He did all right, I suppose. But here comes AC Milan. That's the goal we needed. That is the goal we needed. I agree, Angie. That is why we need Pogba starting. Just his overall, just his aura, I believe, just makes us a better side. Here comes AC Milan. Dean Henderson with a good but simple save. Fucking hell, Fred! Get Fred off. I'm not happy with Fred. Get Matic on for Fred. Get Matic on for Fred. A second goal. The next goal in this game is, as they say, massive. We get it, we're through. Because we won't concede 3 goals. If AC Milan get it, who knows what will happen there. Fred does well. Finds Bruno. Poor turn from Bruno, really. But he does get the ball out to Dan James. I forgive you now. What I would say, it has worked. It has worked. But, look, unless Ollie comes out at the end and says we took Rashford off because we wanted to change it, then it's not. Look. You give a bit of credit to Ollie because of course we could have brought Diallo on there, but I say bit of luck. Oh, Pogba's here again. Mate, great run down this left hand side. It's Pogba got injured, not Pogba. Rashford was injured. That's why he came off, not because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted to make a tactical change and pull something out of his arse. Ole Gunnar free here. Ibra might come on, you're right. But good play there from Pogba, come on, best player on the pitch. Best player on the pitch. He doesn't look like a player that couldn't have started this game. I'll tell you that for nout. Theo Hernandez. Kessie. Miete. Back to Kessie. What I would say about Pogba, the Pogba goal, I think if that's Rashford, we don't score there. And let me tell you why. I think if Rashford gets the ball where Pogba got that, I have doubts that he would score it for first place. But what was I going to say? But you look at how it came about. Pogba got the ball and gave it to Fred originally, and then it just bounced around a little bit, and then it fell to Pogba, who then put it into the back of the net. I don't think Rashford gives the ball to Fred and then lets it bounce around a bit. I think Rashford shoots, and I don't think then obviously that he could have scored, but chances are he probably wouldn't have because Donnarumma is a very good goalkeeper. Dalot regret. I assume you mean Dalot, not Dalot. Right. Oh, Salmaker's in here. Sure, good tackle. Fred can't win it. Conor Harry Maguire takes one to the face. Good defending from Harry Maguire. And Fred now clears. Finds Pogba. Finds Bruno. Who finds Pogba. Who finds Fred. Fred out to Wan-Bissaka. And there we go. Good defending from Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka goes straight in to Mason Greenwood. Gives it to McTominay. McTominay, ball out to Bruno Fernandes on this left-hand side, who just knocks it back into Luke Shaw. We can now just slow it down a little bit. Lindelof comes out back with Ruel. Go on. Wan-Bissaka, pass it, mate. McTominay. Harry Maguire. Shaw. Oh, poor from Luke Shaw there. Poor from Luke Shaw. Got stuck in his feet and just knocks it out for a throw accidentally. Castellojo takes it down on his chest. Bruno Fernandes as well. Lovely from Paul Pogba. How has Paul Pogba not started this game? Bruno Fernandes looks for the ball for Dan James. Poor ball. I don't think Bruno's had a good game. I think he's looked a lot better this second half. Now Pogba's on the pitch. What a shock. Good players play well with good players. Pogba getting back defensively as well. How is this man not? How did this man not start? How did he not start? He's so good, Paul Pogba. Dan James suddenly playing like Robin after. he's playing better. And I'm not surprised. Paul Pogba is such a good player. And look, I think look, we've said this about Bruno and we've said this about Pogba. When the two aren't playing together, they get swamped because it's. How do you stop Manchester United if Pogba's not playing? You swap Bruno and then we're done. Before we signed Bruno, how did the team stop Man United? They swamped Pogba. Didn't let Pogba get on the ball, and we were nothing really. Put both of them on the pitch. Both of them can't be swamped. Both of them can't be swamped. There's simply not enough players. Although that was awful from Pogba. That's what I'm. It's the idea of gravity in football, and the big examples are players like Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, where they make their teammates better, not just in training or whatever. Because what I'll do is I'll get the full screen up. Well, we'll credit Fred from blocking 80 man to clear that ball. Yeah, I mean, Fred did well. So all right, let me put McTominay on the pitch. So what I'll do, I'll show you kind of the idea of gravity in football. So if I'll get a couple Liverpool players. Right, so I'll make them smaller. ungroup. So the idea of gravity really is good players force more pressure on themselves. So if we move them out the way, let's say Pogba has the ball. You have Mane. You'll have, let's say, all these players. You have all these players go close down Pogba. So obviously Bruno Fernandes and Dan James will naturally have more space. Bruno puts the ball in, head it out for a corner for Manchester United. So then obviously Pogba gets it out to Bruno. Then all these players, to be able to get to Bruno, would have to run. I'm just explaining the idea of gravity. And that's how teams used to beat Manchester United. Before we had Bruno, it was everyone just swamps Pogba, who was in midfield. So you'd have everyone swamping him. Obviously, you wouldn't have these exact plays, but you swamp him. And then you give it to, let's say he gets the ball out to Dan James, or we change Bruno to Lingard. You get the ball to Lingard. Lingard's not a great player. So when he gets the ball, regardless of he can have less space. He's not as good with that space. Whereas Bruno and Pogba, you can't do that, because if you're swamping Pogba, you get the ball to Bruno. He has space then, because you can't swamp both of them. But that's just my two pence on it. I hope I explained that at least somewhat well, so you guys understood. Right, poor ball. Really? No, Lindelof as well. If we don't buy any players in the summer, I bet Lingard's coming back. I mean, Lingard has to leave. Look, I think Lingard's a decent player, but his time at Manchester United has to be over. And he should admit that. He's had a good career at Manchester United, really. He's won a lot of trophies. But it's over. His career at Manchester United is over. Go to West Ham and permanently. You clearly get along with the boys there. Go to West Ham permanently. Because there you can have a good career. You got players that you clearly get on with, as he said multiple times. And you'll be fine there. Have a good career there. Clearly you're one of their better players. But Manchester United, he's not a first teamer at Manchester United. And with if we sell Lingard to West Ham, maybe you can make some sort of deal for Declan Rice potentially. Not even just that, just money in the bank. 4 players. Dean Henderson clears the ball long. You won't know what will happen with exactly. That's one of the issues. You never know what's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if the board didn't sell him. I wouldn't be surprised if the board didn't sell him, and we tried to play it off as a brand new signing. Rice is needed as a CDM. I really like Rice. I do. I think he's a very good defensive midfielder. He's not my first choice. I think you'd overpay for Declan Rice. If we'd sign him from the Premier League, I'd rather Ndidi. But Rice, as you say, Nate, Rice is class. He's a good player, Declan Rice. There's no doubt about that. Oh, challenge on Shaw, but nothing's given. It's a throw into United. Greenwood does well. Looks to put it across for Pogba, but can't. Out into Donnarumma's hands. Tomori out to Kalu. Into Kajar. Back to Donnarumma in goal. Right, Bruno picks it up. Go on, Bruno. Sure. I believe the draws for the Europa League is tomorrow. So who would you guys want to see us get? Leicester would also overprice indeed if we was to buy him. But yeah, but so would Thingy. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is coming on. Ibrahimovic is coming on for AC Milan. Yeah, I think Declan Rice would be overpriced. Yeah, the only thing I would say about Ndidi is he would probably be slightly more overpriced. So is Dallo. He would be slightly more overpriced because AC Milan don't need to sell him. Don't need to sell him. They're competing with us. So why would they sell to direct rivals? Whereas West Ham aren't really that. You were like Prague. I would take Prague, yeah. Zagreb, I would take. So if I load up the other games, well, the other results, so of course, like we mentioned earlier, Arsenal are through, as is Dynamo Zagreb after they beat Tottenham 3-0. Molde are out to Granada thanks to a fantastic home leg for Granada as they go through 3-0 in aggregate. Roma are through, as is Villarreal. If it wasn't already done, they've scored 2 more in the second leg. Rangers are down to 10 and are 1-0 down. However, they look like they are slightly dominating this game. Diego Dallo has now just come on for Kalu. AC Milan obviously look like they're going out to Manchester United, and Ajax are going through. Zlatan is also now on for AC Milan. Oh, what a tasty game this could be. Maguire versus Ibra. It's a big game for Ibrahimovic. Obviously, we saw him out of Europe. We sold him to LA Galaxy. We said he was done at the top level. He's come back and he's done really well for Milan. Is he going to get his side back into this game? Ball comes in from the right. Wan-Bissaka deals with it well. Bruno goes long, looking for Mason Greenwood. It's another really poor ball. I think I'll take Bruno off, you know. Unpopular opinion, I would take Bruno Fernandes off. I'd get Donny van der Beek on for Bruno, I reckon. Ibrahimovic wins his first header against his compatriot Lindelof. McTominay, go on McTominay. Finds Bruno, who just slows it down and gives it to Pogba. Didn't Zlatan play for AC? Yeah, he played for AC Milan before he went to PSG. McTominay should man mark Ibra now. No, he shouldn't. Dan James. Yeah, he played for Inter as well. He's played pretty much everywhere. Fred, Pogba, Greenwood. Tamori can't stop him. He gives it out to Dan James. Good overlapping run by Wan-Bissaka. Dan James just goes back to Wan-Bissaka. Here is McTominay. Bruno back to McTominay. Out to Greenwood. What I would say, Greenwood. What do we make of his performance? I tell you what, if again, I say about Cavani a lot. That's a poor pass from Pogba. If Martial is playing and does what Greenwood's done today, he will get pelters. But he's had a really good game, Greenwood. He's had a really good game. Yeah, he's had not much to do because again, like I've said about Cavani, like I've said about Greenwood, They don't get the ball. They don't get chances. They run. They have to be involved in the build-up, but they're not going to get a chance. They're not going to get a chance. But what Greenwood has done today has been very good, in my opinion. I think he's had a good game, Mason Greenwood. Right. Harry Maguire with a free kick. I have to say as well, Harry Maguire's had a fantastic game as well. I mean, if this game ends 1-0, I think my man of the match would probably have to go to Pogba as things stand. But Maguire's not far away. He's been absolutely fantastic today, Harry Maguire. Ball comes in. Victor Lindelof. Absolutely superb from Victor Lindelof. Lindelof may have just levelled up with Harry Maguire, to be fair. Looks like Bruno Fernandes has gone out to the left and Pogba down the centre. Here is Pogba. Pogba just absolutely clattered someone. Stretching for a poor pass from Bruno. Like I say, Bruno Fernandes hasn't had a good game. He hasn't had a good game. But I don't imagine any more subs coming. I would be surprised if we see subs. I mean, what subs would you like to see if we were to make subs? But I don't see many coming. If any. Ball over the top. Lindelof does well. They're looking for Zlatan, but it's never really going to get to him, was it? Fred. He's just not a good passer, Fred, is he? Diallo. Diallo was a player I was considering. Oh, that is exceptional defending by Victor Lindelof. Maybe. No, you can't bring Tellez on. Shaw has to play. For me. Well, I would say play Tellez in the FA Cup against Leicester, but I don't think you can take Tellez and bring Shaw off in this game because he's so important. Dallo passes to Wan-Bissaka. Nice one, Dallo. Really good from Dan James. Skips past Tio Hernandez. Now he's running. Tio Hernandez gets back really well. He is a fucking... Dan James is as weak as piss. Pissing the fucking wind. He's like pissing in the fucking wind. He's so weak. McTominay. Nice little ball fake shot. Forward absolutely nobody. Harry Maguire. Bit of a dodgy first touch, but he sorted it out in the end. Gives it back to Dean Henderson. Who's going to go long? Headed away. Fred now. Bruno takes it down on his chest. Looks for Dan James. He's been really poor today. Again, Bruno Fernandes. He's not had a good game whatsoever. He's been better in this second half, but he's not playing well. But even then, can you bring off Bruno Fernandes? Ball comes in. Kessie with a header. Wide. Goal kick. I'm nervy. I'm nervous. I should say, not nervy. Brahim Diaz is on now for Krunic. Greenwood does well, gives it in to Shaw. What I would say is, I don't want to see us change system. I don't want to see us go to a back five. Try and change to a diamond or something. Don't be stupid, Ollie. We can't go defensive. Bruno. Not Bruno. Wan-Bissaka. James. McTominay. Wan-Bissaka just has the ball fired into him. Doesn't even know it's coming, but it's a good touch. Dan James. Again, he's so fucking weak. Get some fucking muscle, mate. So midday is the Europa League draw. I mean, if I'm awake, we'll do a stream for that. Can't confirm that. Can't promise that I will be awake, but all right. Here's Diaz. Brahim Diaz does really well. Diaz, but again, McTominay awful in the tackle. Here's Miete. Fred does well. Got something on it to force him wide. And Wan-Bissaka wins, well, knocks out for a throw. Ball comes in. Zlatan! Great save by Dean Henderson, and Shaw knocks it up behind for a corner. And that, look, that is exactly the same as we saw in the last game. I mean, Dean Henderson, we're going through on away goals. No, we're going through because we're winning the game. We're winning the tie. What I would say about that save, though, and look, he saved it, and that's the main thing. I would say he should push it over the bar. But he made the save, and we dealt with it, and that's the biggest thing. And that's what he should have done against... well, in the last game. Should have done that in the last game. Look, it was a fantastic ball in from Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Zlatan won it. I think it's a good save. It's a good save. I think he should push it over the bar or something. He does push it straight back into danger, but that's being harsh. He saves it, and that's the main thing. Slavia Prague has got a second goal, so it's now 3-1 in that game. Rangers look like they are going to be out of the Europa League. Bruno. Maguire, lovely one to McTominay. McTominay could turn, but no. He is rubbish. Get Donny van der Beek on for him. Donnarumma, nice ball into Miete, is it? Or is it Kessie? It's really difficult to distinguish between the two. They've both got like similar running styles. And they same haircut. If you can't see the number, it's very confusing. McTominay. Come on. He's not going to make changes, but I don't see how. What I don't understand. Well, I do understand, but what I don't see how it happens. How does McTominay and Fred play a 90-minute game given their performance? They've not been good at all. And it's going to be a free kick to United. Pogba fouled by Dalot. Fair play, Diego. Fair play, Diego. He wants his parent club to win the competition. Who's going to take it? I imagine it will be Bruno, but Pogba will want it. Oh, it's actually quite far away. Right. Bruno can't shoot. Unless he just shoots now and tries to chip the goalkeeper. He fucking does. He does exactly what I thought he might. Poor from Bruno. Poor from Bruno. I don't think he's had a good game. Of course, if AC Milan get a goal, that will take this game to extra time. Hopefully we won't concede and we will just see this game out like we should really. AC Milan haven't really caused us much issues. But here comes AC Milan. Luke Shaw, good defending. And Dean Henson grabs it. Good, well played from Lindelof. Fred. Fucking hell. Oh, it's actually a good ball to Bruno. Where's Wan-Bissaka? Wan-Bissaka just hasn't got forward. McTominay, put this ball in. Fucking hell. He is so bad. How is Diogo Dalot playing? I thought you could not play against your parent club. I mean, that's usually just for loans within your own country. So Lingard cannot play against us because of his loan, but because it's going, because Dalot's gone out to play in Italy, you can have it in the loan deal that he can play. Fred. Lovely ball to Bruno if you can get to it. No, just slightly overhit. Here comes Theo Hernandez. Dan James makes a tackle, but it only falls to Brahim Diaz. Theo Hernandez. Tomori. Dalot. Pogba. I think that was handball. Not given. Come on. Quick. Pogba. I think VAR will check that. Probably actually no. VAR can't give handballs. Can't give free kicks. Ball comes in. Lindelof easily heads clear. Diaz. Zlatan. Diaz. Looks well. Not Diaz. Zlatan. Poor ball. Kessie does well. Pogba. Lovely bit of skill from Paul Pogba. Leaves it to go out for a throw in. It will be a throw in to Manchester United. Probably is handball. Tomori. Sure. Zlatan. Offside. I mean, who's your guys' man of the match? Who are your guys' man of the matches? We're gonna win. I hope we do. We are playing well. Go on, Dan. Theo Hernandez as well. Diaz. Theo Hernandez. Danilo. Oh, here comes AC Milan down the right hand side. Is it Sele Makers? Lindelof does really well. Wan-Bissaka, nice block. I think Wan-Bissaka's tired. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. We won't make subs now. We'll try and see the game out. I don't understand. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, well, in a way, I'm actually happy Wan-Bissaka isn't going on England duty. Because if Wan-Bissaka went to England duty, he just wouldn't get a fucking rest, would he? He plays every minute of every fucking game. It's a joke. Give the man a rest. And in a way, to Wan-Bissaka's deficit, he doesn't get injured, so he doesn't even get a rest for injury. At least Rashford and Pogba, they get injured, so that's how they get their rests. I do not want Shaw to play for England. Look, on a guilt in a selfish way, I don't either. I want him to get arrested. We know he's got injury problems. If he's playing every fucking week, including internationals, he's not gonna be fully fit, is he? Right, throw from AC Milan. Zlatan, poor touch. Lindelof does well. Lindelof's had a really good game. Lovely ball from Fred into Mason Greenwood. Greenwood does really well and gives it to Pogba. Back to Greenwood. Bruno. Fucking hell, Bruno. James. McTominay. James. McTominay's gone down, holding his face. Foul. He'll get a free kick. I don't think. Oh, I don't think we've played well. Yeah, look, we're gonna win the game, and that's the main thing. I think we can all agree that is the main thing. But what I would say is, how many great chances have we had today? How many chances would you say should score that? Should do better there. Apart from the Pogba chance, we've not really created a chance we should score. The chances where we should do better, we could maybe score. Lovely ball from Wan-Bissaka, drilled into the box. Just no one attacks it. Wan-Bissaka's blowing out of his fucking arse, and I'm not surprised. He's played really well, Wan-Bissaka. Up and down, really. McTominay, fantastic interception, and Dean Henderson saves. I like playing left wing with left wing. Why? Left wing back is fucking knackering. You have to be up and down constantly. Fred goes down. I don't know why. We haven't actually seen what's happened. Kajay goes into the book. Fred injured, yeah. This is when he'll bring Matic on though. If Fred has to come off, he'll bring Matic on. You won't bring Donny van der Beek on. Bring Matic on. Because again, he just doesn't fancy Van der Beek, which is absolutely mental. Because he's so much better than the two midfielders in McTominay and Fred we have on currently. So much better. It's good because I'm running a lot long. Brilliant, nice. Ole has no intention of changing Fred. No, he doesn't. No intention. You're right, NG. He doesn't want to make subs. He wants to keep him on the pitch. Look, just take him off. Take him off. It's one of the look. Let's say if it's Bruno, and he's playing one of his best games. Bruno Fernandes, he's playing his best game. You don't take him off. Oh, fast. Fair enough, David. But yeah, about Fred. Look, I would get if it's Bruno Fernandes, he's having his best game ever. You don't take him off. But it's fucking Fred. It's Fred. What is Fred? What are we really scared that we'll be missing without Fred? What are we fearing we're going to miss? He's not that good, Fred. He's a decent player, but he's not that good. He's not good enough to keep on over Matic, over Donny van der Beek. The only thing I can say is that the referee is consistent with his decisions. I don't think the referee hasn't been bad. I don't think. No. James, foul. Free kick to Manchester United. 3 minutes from time. Look, I've said it before. The best time to criticise and to really look into your problems is when you've won the game. And look, that looks like what's going to happen. Do I think we've been amazing? No, I wouldn't say so really. I think again we've seen same sort of issues, lack of subs. Where is our subs? Where have they been? Pogba back post header, roof of the net, unlucky from Paul Pogba. Is there anything better than seeing Paul Pogba playing football with a smile on his face? No better sight. Ow. I play left mid as well. Oh, yeah, I feel like a left wing back is pretty much a left mid at points. But yeah, where is the subs? Again, has James been that good? What's the point in us bringing Diallo? Bring in Donny van der Beek if we're not going to use him? McTominay hasn't played well. Why is he still... How has he played a full 90 minutes? Fred literally went down. Surely you just bring him off. But no. He's not that good. Pogba. Fouled. Paul Pogba, for me, has to be man of the match. I think he's been absolutely fantastic since coming on. He's changed the game. He's a clever player. Like, there. Oh, shot from Bruno. Deflected out for a corner. Just never going in. What I would say, yeah, like, in the last game, obviously we was in the same position. I don't think Paul Pogba, I don't think Fred, Matic maybe, I don't think Fred or McTominay. There, just take the foul. Take the free kick. Just see out the time a little bit more. I don't think Fred or McTominay are game smart like that. It looks like we're going to try and hold it into the corner. Bruno just knocks it to Bruno in the corner. Ref! Referee's given a goal kick. How the fuck is 5 minutes extra awarded? They want to see another. They want to see this game to extra time. Donnarumma bringing it out from the back. I mean, I suppose AC Milan have made a lot of subs. I think they've used all 5. Fred went down with his injury, didn't he? I don't know about 5, but yeah, 3 or 4. Dean Henderson comes out, claims well. Really good play there from Dean Henderson. Just see it out, boys. Just see it out. It's that simple. It really is that simple. You just see this game out. You do not concede now. This does not slip now, as Steven Gerrard once said. Henderson launches it back up the field. It's crap from Dean Henderson. Crap clearance. Hakan Çalhanoğlu puts the ball in. Fred clears. Theo Hernandez. Oh, here comes Dean Henderson. Slide tackles and wins the ball. Risky from Dean Henderson, but he does it. Çalhanoğlu. They've got it all forward. Miete flicks it towards goal. Dean Henderson claims really well. And Henderson just needs to hold this now. Come on, United. Dean Henderson launches it long to Bruno Fernandes, who takes it down. Just calm. Nice back heel to Luke Shaw. Shaw looks for the ball to Pogba in the box. That could have sealed it, but Diogo Dalot heads it away for a throw into United. 3 minutes left in this game. Come on. Come on. Pogba. Foul by Fred. That's stupid from Fred. Mason Greenwood stops them taking quick by just running in front of it. That's football intelligence, that is. Zlatan wins the first ball. Lindelof launches it out. Who's down? Ooh, he's holding his hamstring. It doesn't look good, but it looks like he's getting up. Is it? Did he get up? Who's going to the book here? Someone's booked. Please be McTominay. Shaw's been booked. Right. AC Milan with a free kick. Ball comes in. Lindelof again. Fantastic. Maguire blocks it, I believe. I think he blocks the ball coming in from Tomori. Brilliant. Brilliant from Victor Lindelof there. 1.5 minutes to go. Can Manchester United hold on? Will we hold on? I think Lindelof has to be up there for man of the match contenders. He's been absolutely outstanding. Maguire's been good. I would say Lindelof probably just edges it for me. I think he's been fantastic. Pogba wins the flick. Dalot goes back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma into Kessie. Pogba slipped. Theo Hernandez does well. McTominay. Fouled. Does well there, McTominay. And that should be full time, yeah. Hernandez goes into the book. And we'll just see the game out now. We'll see the game out now. Bruno, this ball should not be headed to the box. Yeah, look, Bruno will just knock it to Pogba. Ref, blow the whistle, please. Ref, blow the fucking whistle, you dickhead. Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? It's full time! Manchester United win 1-0. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer celebrates. Manchester United are through to the Europa League quarter-finals. Big for Manchester United. No one predicted this. No one went for a 1-0 Manchester United win. But that's fine. I don't care. Big win. Big 3 points. We are through. Well, it's not 3 points, is it? I kept saying this in the preview. Big win. Pogba and Zlatan will swap shirts. And Manchester United are through on aggregate 2-1. Big from Manchester United. And no one predicted it. As I said, no one predicted us to win this game 1-0. So, let me get up the other games in Europa League. So if I go to table, there we go. Do we want that one? No, that's a bit big. So, who do we want? I want an easy team. If I move this round here, there we go. I mean, there's no easy teams, is there, really? So, who do we want? So, there is Arsenal. There is Dynamo Zagreb. There's Granada. There is Roma. There's Villarreal. There is Slavia Prague. There is obviously, and then there's obviously Ajax. Obviously, after we beat Milan, I would like Granada. You know, I reckon Granada. I don't know how good Granada actually are. I mean, Soldado pays for them, so I can't imagine they're great. It's second in their group. I don't know how good they are, to be honest. Granada, we'll check them out. They're 8th in La Liga. I want Granada. I want Granada. I think we've seen the La Liga isn't as good as it once was, and we can go to Spain and win. And then they shouldn't beat us at our gaff at all. So I don't see any reason why Granada wouldn't be the one. What I would say, and with Granada, they're playing a difficult league, so they might actually be tired. Whereas if you look at like a Slavia Prague, are they not the best team in their country? So are they not going to be just? Can they not just rest for the Europa League games? Well, I mean that's just my thought. I would take Granada. You know, on Granada's fixtures. I mean, apart from that, I would take Slavia Prague or Dynamo Zagreb. I want to stay away from Roma, Ajax, and Villarreal, and Arsenal. Obviously, of course, at one point we'll have to play. We'll have to play some of them. But yeah, so I hope we get Roma get Villarreal. No, actually, I hope Roma get Arsenal. I hope we get Granada. I hope Dynamo Zagreb get Villarreal, and I hope then Ajax versus whoever else. I think we're going to get Dynamo or Ajax. I don't want to get Ajax. Actually, obviously, Onana isn't available, so they've got Sketlenberg in goal. Is Sketlenberg actually a good goalkeeper? Is he a good goalkeeper? I mean, apart from that, it's a very good team, isn't it? Good team. We can't get Mulder. Mulder are out. Mulder are out to Granada. 3-2 on aggregate. But what we'll do, we'll get into the player ratings, and we'll have a chat about the game. Let me load the player ratings. Where's the player ratings? There we go. Right, so I'm quick. Obviously, you guys let me know down below what you think of the game and your player ratings. I'm quickly just going to go refill my drink, and I'll be back in a second. Right. I'm back. So, what do we make of that? What do we make of that? 3 points. Big 3 points. Obviously, we are through. So, I think that, look, did we play well? No, I think we saw. I think what we've seen there today, same thing we knew, and we've seen in other games. I think there was a clear. What's the word? We didn't want to make subs. That's what I'm trying to say. We clearly did not want to make subs, and we don't know why. I think we were lucky Paul Pogba came on the pitch when he did. I don't think there was any what's the word? There was any will for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to bring on Paul Pogba at half time. I don't think he did. I don't think he wanted to. I think he came on at half time because Rashford got injured and he didn't trust Diallo. And we've played Pogba on the wing, so that's where he played. And I think that's an issue. Obviously, we'll hear from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in his press conference. Hopefully they ask you about Marcus Rashford. We'll find out if it was an injury or if it was a tactical decision. If it is an injury, it goes back to what we've said so many times. Why the fuck isn't... And I don't... look, Pogba overrated for me. I mean, you can call him overrated. He came on and made the difference today, for sure. But what I was going to say is, why is Marcus Rashford constantly starting if he's injured? We overplayed him last year, and we did some more. He had a back injury. We kept playing him, and his back injury got worse. And now we're rushing him back from injury time after time after time. Fincheck, what? What am I checking? United, I don't want to. Just spit it out. What about Prague? Slavia Prague. Yeah, look. The thing is with Prague, and look, this is what I mean. Well, I don't want Prague. They are top of their league by a landslide. Sparta Prague, if they win their 2 games in hand, they go up to 53. So they're still 8 points clear at the top of the league. They're unbeaten in the Czech league. They're a good side. They're a decent side. And they can rest. They can rest. And they can afford to lose games in that league and still win it. I don't want Slavia Prague playing. I don't want Slavia Prague. But so about again going back to Rashford. Why is he playing? Why does he always play if he's injured? We've seen Pogba injured, and what makes it worse is now we go to Leicester. Is he going to play that? Is he going to be fit? We don't have an international break. He's one of England's best players. Do you think Gareth Southgate's going to rest him? I don't think so. He was called up. Marcus Rashford needs to pull out of the England squad. He needs to tell Ollie, I cannot play. And the draw is tomorrow at midday. Rashford has to say to Ollie straight, Ollie, I cannot play. He needs to look after his career. If he keeps playing when he's injured, he's going to go down the same route as Rooney did, same route as Michael Owen did, where they will hit their peak too early, and then when they will die out really quickly because they're going to be injured. They're not going to reach the levels they can because they're always injured, and it's not good enough. We are Manchester United and we are playing Marcus Rashford out injured, and he's not performed. It's not like, look, it's not as if against West Ham he was injured and played amazingly. He was rubbish against West Ham Marcus Rashford, played the full 90. And obviously, like we were saying in the game, it's not. It's then that goes back to the lack of subs. Where are the substitutes? We brought Donny van de Beek for £40 million. Fred and McTominay, especially McTominay, I think Fred's picked it up a bit in the second half, but McTominay was fucking useless today. He was awful today. But he stays on the pitch for the full 90. He'll probably start against Leicester. James, I don't think he was amazing. Played the full 90. What? I don't think Bruno played well. Played the full 90. At least with Bruno, I can see why you'd keep him on. Bruno Fernandes is a player that can pull something out of nothing. He can pull something out of his ass. He can score a screamer. So I can see why you keep that type of player on. But it's Scott McTominay and Daniel James. None of them are that good. They are not that good that they're irreplaceable. Why are they staying on? Here's Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw speaking to the presser. Luke Shaw saying we were awful. Luke Shaw saying it how it is. Said first 15 minutes we were good. We switched off. Luke Shaw speaking facts. We weren't great, but we have world class players that come on to make a difference. So Shaw saying the only real positive is that we're through and we've got players coming back from injury, which is true. Sure. Fantastic interview so far. What? No offence, but this is an interview from Manchester United. I don't. No offence to Luke Shaw. I'm thrilled for him, but I don't care how he feels about being back in the England squad. Ask us about Manchester United. So, I think Luke Shaw hit the nail on the head. We started well, we then fell off. We turned off, and we weren't good enough. Again, that midfield two is not good enough. We can't. How many times have we come on here after a game where McTominay and Fred have played and said they're not good enough? And that's pretty much what Shaw has said there. We didn't keep hold of the ball well enough. We were sloppy. We switched off. We have to do better, and we do have to do better if we want to be at the highest level, up there with Manchester City, really, because that's at the moment. It's bad to say, but they are where we want to hit. They're the team we have to reach. Are we going to reach that at this pace? No, we're not. And again, we look back at the chances we created really today. There's a rumor about CR7 going to United. I wouldn't say it. I don't think it will happen. Oh, look, if it does happen, absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't get your hopes up though. Would not get your hopes up. But what I was going to say is, what chances did we create today? Again, Pogba came on, got a goal, but if was it was it NG or was it Nay? I think it was one of you two. It might have been David actually, who said you got to give Fred credit for not letting him clear it. Yeah, NG said it. Credit Fred for not letting AC Milan clear it. If Fred doesn't do that and they clear it, this game finishes 0-0. The game finishes 0-0. What are they saying about Dean Henderson's save? Again, they're going back over this Dean Henderson debate. I'm sick of the Dean Henderson. What you say? I couldn't remember who said that Fred should clear it. Well, did well to block the clearance, and that's right. If Fred doesn't press that man and block the clearance, we don't win the game. We go out 0-0. We didn't create anything else really. We had chances to create stuff. Dan James should play that ball to Greenwood in the first half, which he didn't. Second half, no, not in the second half. I think Fred had a chance to play in someone. It might have been McTominay actually, but we didn't create anything. Where is Donny? I say this all the time. Where is Donny van der Beek today? Where was he? Are we saying Donny van der Beek would have had a worse game than these two? Or this guy in particular? For me, there's no way he would have. No way. But we'll get into the player ratings now. Obviously, you guys let me know your player ratings down below. Dean Henderson. Look, as I said, they were going over the Dean Henderson versus David De Gea debacle all over again. Nate, it's 6 AM where you're from because it's Thursday for me and Finn. It is Thursday. Yes. So, they're going over the whole Dean Henderson versus David De Gea thing. Why we buy Donny not to play him? Exactly. What exactly? And that's what I say about Donny van der Beek. I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted him. I think he was brought because we wanted Jack Grealish as a player as a backup 10 for Bruno, but we didn't get him because who knows? Well, because he was expensive and Villa stayed up and he was priced out of a move, and then we were like, oh, who are we going to get? Oh, Edwin van der Sar is going to do us a deal on Donny van der Beek. Get that done. That'll be quick and simple. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer never wanted Donny van der Beek. But actually, now let's stop distracting me and let's get to the player ratings. So, Dean Henderson. Full time, they were going back over the David De Gea versus Dean Henderson debate. Again, I don't think this game changes anything. What did Dean Henderson really have to do? What did he have to do? He made the good save for the Zlatan header. I don't think he did it. I think he should push that over the bar. I think he should. I think it lands at the feet of Shaw. Zlatan, that easily could have landed at Zlatan's feet and he scored. I think he should have done better than that. But at the same time, he made the save. What has Dean? Apart from that, what did Dean Henderson do today? I don't think Dean Henderson should be our number one. I think he's done well, but he's not done anything I wouldn't expect David De Gea to do. I think David De Gea would have saved the goal against AC Milan, the first goal in the first leg. But that being said, I don't think he had a bad game today. He got his clean sheet, made that good save. I like to give a goalkeeper a 7 if he keeps a clean sheet, so I'll give him a 7. Wan-Bissaka. I think Wan-Bissaka had a really, really good game. I think he's noticeably tired. I think it's especially at the latter stage of that second half. You can see he's knackered. He's playing too much football. He's playing fucking every game, week in, week out. No, it's not. He has to be rested at some point, surely. I know. I don't know what's happened to Nico. I mean, Nico, if you're there, get involved, mate. To be fair, I miss Nico. I don't know why he hasn't started tuning in. I miss him. But yeah, about Wan-Bissaka, I think he played really well. I think, like I say, he needs resting more. I think he's very tired, but I thought he played really well. He got forward quite a lot, put a good cross in at one point. Defensively, I think he was very solid. I'm gonna give him a 7. 7 could push in at 8. Lindelof, I'm gonna give straight away. I'm gonna give him an 8, and Harry Maguire, a 7 or an 8 for Maguire. I'll give him a 7.5. And no, you know what? 8 as well. I thought both of them today were absolutely fantastic. Particularly Victor Lindelof. I think he's arguably our best player on the day. I thought he didn't make a mistake. Just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic from them two. I thought we were lucky we weren't really up against anyone of real pace. I thought we played really well then too. There was that fantastic block. Epic. Epic from them two today. And look, if they played that well every week together, we wouldn't need to buy a new centre back. But we know that's not going to be the case, and we do still need a new centre back. But today they both of them played really well. And look, you got to praise your two centre backs when they've done well, and that's what they've done today. They've played really well. Luke Shaw. I don't think he was bad, Luke Shaw. I don't think he was as good as his normal self. Zlatan, 69 pace. McTominay, no, McTominay's getting lower than a 6. Shaw. I'm gonna give Shaw a 6, but it's gonna be a high 6. It was either gonna be a Shaw with a high 6 or a low 7. I'm gonna give him a high 6. You know what? Because of that, 6.5. 6.5. Scott McTominay, 4. Awful. I thought he was really poor today, McTominay. Again, it's like I said, he's not a good defensive midfielder and he's not a good box-to-box. Well, or at least playmaker from deep, because he can't pass. So we're here. We have a player here with McTominay, where he can't play he can't play with Pogba in midfield too. He can't play in a midfield partner with Pogba because he's not a defensive midfielder like what McTominay can, not like Fred can do. He's not a great tackler, McTominay, but then he can't play with Fred because he's not creative enough. And that's the big issue with McTominay. He's not a good defensive midfielder. He's not a good box-to-box creator. But as if you combine one of them two together, he's good. So against Manchester Cities, the Chelseas, he'll be alright. Because that's what he's been moulded into, unfortunately. Anyway, here's Ollie. So Ollie's happy we're through, happy we've come over the kind of the hard patch due to our injuries. Ollie's very happy with our pressing from the front to the back. I don't think we're an amazing pressing side, but better. Ollie, like we said, Ollie just said that Dan James incident was a penalty. See, the interviewer doesn't even know what competition we're playing in on Sunday. Oh, get him gone. Get him gone. What's the point? Anyway, going. What Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said there. I mean, again, we're blaming the officials. We weren't good enough, really. We weren't good enough. Oof, is what McTominay is saying. Fred, I'm going to give a 6. What I would say about Fred, he had a really bad first half. Second half, I thought he was a lot better. And the thing is with Fred, which is why he's going to get a higher mark than McTominay. McTominay and Fred's role in that double pivot are different. McTominay's job in that double pivot is to get the ball forward and create. Really, because he's not a defensive midfielder. Fred is to win the ball. Fred wins the ball fairly well. He presses fairly well. But on the ball, he's not good enough. Of course he's not. But I think Fred, he wins the ball fairly well. He's a pest, Fred. That's what he is, he's a pest. He's not good enough. And long term, we have to be looking to replace him. But he's a pest, and that's what we needed. That's what we needed at some points. And alongside a Pogba, he's fine, Fred. And what I would say is, when are we going to see Donny van der Beek play alongside Fred? I don't think we've ever seen it. I think that midfield might be great, but we don't know. I want to see Fred play alongside Donny van der Beek, because I think Donny van der Beek is exactly what people think McTominay is. I think he's very good on the ball, can dribble forward, he's very press resistant, and has an eye for a pass and can find a pass superbly. Front line, Dan James, 5. That's a really weird 5. Look, he worked effortlessly, as we always see. Well, not effortlessly. He worked a lot. He worked his socks off, as we come to expect with Dan James. The quality just isn't there, though. That's my biggest issue with Dan James. The quality, it just isn't there. Just isn't there for Dan James for me. Just isn't there. There was that chance he should slide Nathan Greenwood in. I don't think it was a great performance from Dan James, but that's kind of what we've come to expect, really, isn't it? Rashford. I feel bad for giving Rashford even a score. I can't remember him doing anything. I'm gonna have to give him a 4 with McTominay. Clearly injured. Never really got involved in the game. May as well have been playing with 10 men in the first half. And that's not really on Rashford. That's not really Rashford's fault too much. He shouldn't have been playing. He should not have been playing. I think that was very clear from minute 1. He should not have been playing on the pitch. I'm not saying he was awful, Rashford. Well, I mean, I am, kind of. He played like a player who had an injury. So he gets a 4. Bruno Fernandes is also going to get a 5. First half, he was woeful. Bruno Fernandes. Just really poor. Just kicking the ball away out of nowhere. So, just to confirm, the Europa League draw tomorrow is at midday. Champions League is at 11. So, an hour after the Champions League, Europa League will be drawn. I'll try and go live for that if I am awake. I can't make any promises. But about Bruno. He weren't bad. He weren't bad at all. Was he great? No, he wasn't good enough. First half, he was dreadful. Honestly, dreadful. But second half, Pogba came in, and I thought he was a little bit better in the second half. Still not outstanding. We need to see better from Bruno Fernandes. I think but obviously, it's Bruno Fernandes. We know he can perform at a massively high level, and I wouldn't be worried about Bruno Fernandes' performance. He just didn't have his greatest game. That's fine. We won the game, and that's the important bit. I'm just checking it. Am I busy at 12 tomorrow? Can I actually go live? I can. And then Mason Greenwood, 6.5. I thought Greenwood had a really good game, to be honest. I do. The only thing I would say is he's got the same treatment as Martial has got all season, as Cavani got when he was playing, as everyone. Just simply don't get the ball. They don't get the ball. And that's how it is. They don't get the ball. They don't get chances. So they work the graveyard shift. They work they have a thankless task. They have a thankless task. And it's a shame because we know Greenwood is a fantastic player. I'm happy to say he has continued from his form from the game against West Ham, which I thought he did very well in. Paul Pogba, I'm going to give an 8. And you know what? I think Lindelof played really well. Is a contender for man of the match. But because Pogba won us the game with his goal, and I think he changed the game when he came on, I'm going to give him man of the match. Lindelof, honourable mention though. Paul, and then what am I get? Well, about Paul Pogba. I think we said everything we have to say about Paul Pogba. He changed the game when he came on, got the goal, and it's so clear he has to be number one in that midfield double pivot. Whoever's next to him, we don't know. I would either have Matic or Fred, but we have to have Paul Pogba in midfield if we are to win games and control games. In a bit, United Live, mate. See you, in the Leicester game, I suppose. Pogba's the reason we're through in this game. I think he lifted, like I said, his aura made us better. Made Fred improve in the second half. Bruno improved in the second half. I think James improved slightly in the second half. Fantastic from Paul Pogba, gets an 8. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, 6. We won the game, so I don't want to give him any lower than a 6. But what I would say is, where's the subs, Ollie? We were forced into the only sub of the game. That was with a Rashford injury. So where were the subs? What did we see from McTominay, from Fred in the first half, from Bruno all game really, from Dan James to justify leaving him on the pitch for 90 minutes? Some of them I can say, oh yeah, Bruno stays on the pitch because he's a match winner. I can accept that. McTominay isn't that. Why is he staying on the pitch for full 90? Why is Dan James on the pitch playing the full game? Did he play that well? No, he didn't. And that's the annoying thing we always go back to. Where are the subs? The subs have to come. And again, why is Rashford playing today? I'm concerned for Rashford's long-term future as a footballer, because he doesn't play. He doesn't. You can't play a player all the time when they're injured, and that's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does. And it's a real risk. It's a real risk to Rashford's long-term future and career as a Manchester United player if he's playing when he's injured all the time. And that's what happens. But look, at the end of the day, the most important thing is we've got what we needed. The 3 points, that's what we needed. That's what we came here for, and we got that, which is fantastic. And that's the important thing. We go and we progress into the next round with a 1-0 win. And look, we now look to Leicester in the FA Cup. We need to win that game. I think is that the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Yeah, it's the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We win that, win to another semi-final. That's big. We need to. Let's win a semi-final this year, though. Let's win the quarters. Let's win the semis, and let's win the fucking tournament. But yes, that's going to be it from me today. If you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button below. Subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. Of course, I will have a preview show for the Manchester United versus Leicester FA Cup tie. That will come out on Sunday, same day as kickoff at 12. I'll also have a Premier League preview out. That should be coming out maybe tomorrow. But we'll see. That I still have to record that actually. So that's what I'll be doing after this stream. But anyway, like I said, that's going to be it from me today. If you have enjoyed, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new and you haven't already. And I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.